Hi there, I'm Aman and you're watching PTO classes. So, in this video, we are going to study our first topic of English grammar, that is parts of speech. So, let me first tell you that what parts of speech is and what is its use in English grammar or English language in general. So, there are different types of words used in English language. So in any language there are many words we use to frame the language. Each word belongs to a group, category or family. So each one of the word belongs to a particular group, category or a family. It is very important to use the correct word form in the correct place. So you have to keep in mind that which word you are using and where you are using it, and are you using the word in its correct form and the correct place, so that we can identify the different types of words and understand grammar well. So if you will use the words well, then you will understand the grammar well. What is grammar? Grammar is basically the science behind the language. That whatever techniques you are using or whatever methods you are using or whatever science is used behind the language. There are 8 parts of speech in general, but articles are also considered as to be the part of speech. It is considered as the 9th part of speech. In grade 7th also, in your course, we have 8 parts of speech, but you must know that articles or determiners, as we call the articles, are considered to be the 9th part of speech. What are articles? A and the. All these 3 are known as articles. So it is also now the part of speech. Earlier we used to say that generally there are 8 parts of speech, but now articles are also included in parts of speech. So let's see what are these 8 or 9 parts of speech. First, there is noun. Second, pronouns. Third, adjectives. Fourth, verbs. Fifth, adverbs. Sixth, prepositions. Seventh, conjunctions. Eighth, interjections. And ninth, which is later on added to English grammar's parts of speech, that is articles. So let's see what nouns are. I think most of you are aware with nouns. Nouns are the most common, the first step of learning English grammar, that is noun, besides the articles. So nouns are the naming words. They are names of persons, places, living creatures, things, ideas or qualities. So whenever you are naming something, these naming words are known as nouns. See, for example, the name of a person, see Amit, the name of a place, Chennai, the name of living creature, cat, dog, anything like that, frog, things, tree, a book, mug, pen, all these things. Ideas, that poverty, happiness, all these ideas are also nouns. Shop, that is a place, particular place, or qualities, your behavior, anything like that. So all the things which we are using to name something are known as nouns, which are naming words. So clear? What are nouns? Nouns are the naming words, and noun is the first part of speech. Now come to the second part of speech, pronouns. So pronouns are the words which are used in place of nouns. And why it is used in place of nouns? It is used to avoid repeating the nouns in the same sentence. So pronouns are the words which are used in place of noun. Example: I, you, me, it, they, us, we, etc. So all the words which are used in place of nouns to avoid the repetition of nouns are known as pronouns. For example, Sita is hungry. She is eating an apple. So instead of using Sita twice, we have used she, and she is the pronoun. She is used in place of the noun Sita. Instead, see, if we will say that Sita is hungry, Sita is eating an apple, so it will sound very odd. So to avoid this odd repetition, we use a pronoun. Sita is hungry, she is eating an apple. Got it? What are pronouns? Now the third part of speech is adjectives. Adjectives are describing words. They help to describe nouns. Adjectives add something to the meanings of noun. So adjectives are describing words. They are helping us to describe the noun better. See, Ram. Ram is a boy. You all know that Ram is noun. Ram is tall. So the adjective tall is describing the noun Ram. So adjectives are the words which are used to describe a noun or describe the words. These are the words which are used to describe a noun. Adjectives add something to the meanings of noun. That Ram is a boy, you all know. Now we add something to Ram, that Ram is a tall boy. See examples: pretty. Sneha is my friend. Here Sneha is the noun. Sneha is my friend. She is very pretty. So here the adjective pretty is defining or adding to the noun Sneha and telling us about how the noun is. Basically, it is describing the noun further. I think it is now clear. You all know the first part of speech was noun, second was pronoun, third is adjective. Noun is the naming word, pronoun is the word used in place of noun to avoid the repetition, and adjectives are the words which are describing words and which help to give some meaning to the noun. Now the fourth part of speech is verbs. Verbs describe actions or states of being done. So the verbs are the action words. See, whenever something is happening, it is called the verb. Whenever some action is being taken place, it is called the verb. See the example: eat, dance, live, sing, play, etc. I play in the garden. Ram is a tall boy. He plays in the garden. So here the noun Ram, we have used the pronoun he for Ram, and the verb plays in the place to describe that what work Ram is doing. And as I have already told you, tall, Ram is a tall boy. Tall is used as an adjective. So whatever the words are which are describing some action, which are showing some action is taking place, are known as verbs. I think it is now clear. Now coming to the fifth part of speech, it is adverbs. Adverbs usually describe or qualify verbs. They tell us how, when, or where something is done. They also modify adjectives and other adverbs. So adverbs basically qualify the verbs, the action that is taking place. Adverbs verb is to define that what kind of action or how the action is taking place, that how the action is taking place, or when the action is being taken place, or where the action is happening. See, fast. Ram is bowling. But how Ram is bowling? Ram is bowling fast. Slowly. Sneha is reading. Here the verb reading is there. Sneha is reading. But how Sneha is reading? Sneha is reading slowly. So the words which are qualifying the verbs are known as adverbs. See, the word add is there before verbs. So add, it is adding something to the verb, that how the action is taking place, that how the verb is there. See, today, outside. So adverb also modify the other adverbs. Adverbs not only modify the adjectives. What are adjectives? The things which are adding some quality to the what? To the nouns. So these all these adjectives are further modified, and we use adverbs to modify the adjectives. Moving ahead, see, prepositions. Prepositions link nouns, pronouns and phrases to the other words. So how the prepositions are used in grammar? They are used to link the nouns. That, see, Sneha has kept her book in the cupboard. So where she has kept, we are linking the two nouns. Sneha has kept the book. Book and the cupboard are two nouns, and in is used to link both the nouns. So wherever we are using some words to link two nouns, pronouns, phrases, or one noun to pronoun, we are using the words which are the linking words, which are known as prepositions. Examples are in, on, over, through, under, outside. So wherever we are using the linking words to link some noun to the other word, or some pronoun to the other word, or some phrases to the other words. Phrases I will describe you in the next video, in the next chapter, what are phrases. I am sure you are already aware, but I will again explain you what are phrases. So wherever the nouns, pronouns, phrases are linking to other parts of the sentence, other words of the sentence, there we are using some linking words which are known as prepositions. So on, book is kept on the table. So here we are linking the noun book with table by using the word on. So all these are known as prepositions. Now see the next part, the seventh part of speech, conjunctions. Conjunctions are the words which join words, sentences, phrases, etc. or clauses. So conjunctions are the words which are used to join two words, phrases or clauses to form compound and complex sentences. The compound and complex sentences we will study in the next part of our chapter. We will see in the next chapter that what are these, what are the sentences, compound, complex, simple. All these sentences we will discuss in the next chapter. But you should know that the words which are used to join some sentences or phrases or clauses are known as conjunctions. See example: and, but, since, because, etc. We have eaten dal and rice. So two words we are using and to join two words, or phrases also we can join by these conjunctions. So the joining words which I use, see the difference between prepositions. Prepositions are linking words which are showing some relationship between words. That book is kept on the table. So we are coming to know that where the book is kept, but conjunctions are joining words, that book and book and notebook are kept on the table. So the words which are joining two words are known as conjunctions. So don't get confused between prepositions and conjunctions. So next, eighth part of a speech, or the last part of a speech, if we see grammar in orthodox ways, so interjections are there. Interjections, don't get confused or don't get afraid of this word interjections. Interjections are nothing but exclamatory sentences. See, interjections are the words added to sentence to express sudden feelings of joy, surprise, or shock. See the words: hurrah, alas, oh, wow, ouch, oh my gosh. So all these words which are showing some sudden feelings, which are used to express our sudden emotions, which are also the exclamatory sentence, are known as interjections, and it is always punctuated by the exclamation marks. See, hurrah, alas, oh, wow, ouch, all these are ended up by the exclamatory mark. So these are interjections. Hurrah, we won the game. So here you are showing your sudden feeling of joy. Alas, my pet died. Here you are showing your shock, your sadness. Oh, it happened. Oh, something happened. Again you are showing your surprise. So all these are interjections. So now coming to the last part of speech, that is articles. Articles are small words which are used to refer the number of nouns. So articles are the small words which are used to refer to the number of nouns. By this we get to know that what number the noun is there. There are sometimes called determiners. Determiners are, or articles are also known as determiners. There are three articles: a, an, and the. Example: I have an apple in my right hand and a guava in the left hand. So the article, I think you are all aware that where to use a and where to use an. A is always used before the consonant sound. An apple, see, apple, a is used in apple and the sound is coming off vowel. A, E, I, O, U, you all know the vowels and consonants. So N is always used with the vowels and A is used with the consonants, and the is used for some particular things or some specific things. So I think you are all aware with the articles. So article is also considered to be a part of speech, and it is the ninth part of speech. It is not there in your book because part of speech we study from grade 8. but I think you should all be aware that there are not 8 parts of speech but 9 parts of speech. So this was your lecture, the first chapter, parts of speech. I think you are all aware with the 9 parts of speech. The work that you have to do is you have to note down all the 9 parts of speech in your fair notebooks. I will provide you the PDF. From that you will note it down, or you can see from the book. It is there in the book, and you have to do the exercises A and B in your book only. You don't have to do them in your notebook. And in case if you don't have the if you don't have the book, you can do that in your grammar notebook. Okay, so you have to do the exercise A and B from the book. I will give you few examples in the PDF. Along with, I will give you the work that you have to note down in your grammar notebook. So I think you are all cleared with the first chapter of your English grammar. In the next video, we are going to take the second chapter from your book. So till the time you do the revision of the parts of speech, revise all 9 parts of speech. So thank you so much for watching the video.